Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Lunar Ceremonies at Embrace the Face. I am so excited to be here today for the full moon in Sagittarius, that fire sign. So, our sun is in Gemini and our moon is in Sagittarius. So, air and fire. And I have a lot of everything for you today to bring you to a state of being not only a clear channel, but to be grounded, connected, protected, and also embodying and stepping into that highest timeline version of you. So this is all about you, for your highest good. Hello, hi Nicole, hi, welcome. So we're tapping into the full moon in Sagittarius today. We are going to talk all about gratitude, why gratitude is so important during this time, why clear communication is so important during this time, and mostly why you deserve all the abundance in the world during this full moon energy. So hello, welcome. So our full moon, so we are tapping into this full moon in Sagittarius, the strawberry moon. It is known as the strawberry moon this is the peak time for harvest. Our indigenous cultures used to have the most abundant harvest of strawberries during this time. So if you are somebody who grows strawberries and you are noting that your harvest is in utter abundance, be grateful for that, right? That is Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, that is the universe bringing to you what can nourish your soul, body, mind, spirit, even down to a strawberry. So Jupiter has moved into Cancer. Jupiter is our planet of good luck, our planet of fortune and abundance. And when you tap into these energies, when you tap into Jupiter, especially in exaltation in Cancer, being that it's home, it's extra super powerful. Does that even make sense? So with that being said, we are in a time where there's a lot of conjunction, a lot of clashing, mostly around, if you've been following along lunar ceremonies over the last few months, you note that communication is kind of a big deal, right? Communication, speaking our truth, allowing ourselves to either write our truth, to communicate our truth to others, whether we are writing, journaling to ourselves and to burn it as a ritual, a full moon ritual is always a good idea. You can write down your thoughts, how you feel about things that you want to say to other people, especially if it's people who you may not receive in return. There are people in all of our lives that no matter what we say to them, no matter how we express how we feel, how they may have hurt us or put us down, you may just never receive from people what you expect, what your personal expectations are, right? So that's where those boundaries come into play. And that's where these full moon rituals, the full moon is a time to rid of that which no longer serves you. So one thing that I love to do is I love to write letters and to burn things safely, of course. Please make sure that your surroundings are safe and you're not setting random things on fire. You can do this. A lot of times you can do it over a fire pit, or you can do it over a bowl of water or any butter. So this way, but you watch everything burn. You write out everything that you have to say. You light it up. You watch it burn to ashes, and that is you sending it out to God's source universe so that it's not built up within you, so that negative energy, or that it doesn't even have to be negative energy, it can just be how you feel about a certain situation. If it was an emotional or tumultuous situation and you need to get that out somehow, right? Because everything is energy and that's all there is to it. And as it builds up within our bodies, it can manifest as physical dis-ease. It can manifest as anything from mental health, depression, anxiety, OCD, to physical ailments as autoimmune. Even cancers are said to be a direct correlation of stress. So regardless, this is a great time to count your blessings, to be grounded, connected, and protected, to communicate your truths if you haven't already done so. Most importantly, this new moon really is about being kind, being just a heart-centered, a grounded and heart-centered individual, and playing your part in this world, right? We ultimately do not know why we are here, what we're doing here, but ultimately what we want to do is we want to play that part in helping to raise the vibe of humanity, helping to heal ourselves and ascend our own lives, as well as that of our immediate family, our extended family, and then allowing ourselves to thrive and just flow through life. So The idea of this full moon too is a lot of full moon energies can bring chaos, can bring forth dysregulation. You might be feeling your nervous system is out of whack. Remember, there are a lot of solar flares going on. There's a lot of collective energies, and full moon energy in itself can bring forth those heavy energies that you need to release. So you might be feeling within and without, above and below, a little bit uneasy, and that's okay. Just know that you can return to center, you can return to within. You can utilize those tools that you've built up in your toolbox, as I say, those either spiritual tools or holistic psychology tools, whatever works for you, so that you can get through these tumultuous energies, these crazy times in our life, in our world, right? It is a very interesting and a lot of ego running our show, right? A lot of ego running the world. So how can you remain at ease, remain in that homeostasis, remain in that rest and digest, that parasympathetic nervous system state? How can you remain in that state on the daily, just flowing through life despite everything else going on around you, despite all of those externals? So with that being said, I pulled my Moonology cards today, Yasmin Boland's Moonology deck, and 2 cards flew out at me, and I wanted to share because I found them to be super interesting, because we are going to do a grounding exercise and then a quantum embodiment exercise. So they're both last quarter moon. So what is last quarter moon? That is the winding down. That is the grounding yourself, the slowing down, the earth sign. These are both last quarter. This is a last quarter moon in Taurus, and this is a last quarter moon in Capricorn. These are both earth energies. These are basically just telling you to step into your power, winding down, finishing up those last minute, maybe to-dos, cleaning out a closet. Literally, you might have just like purged your house, spring cleaning. So now you are going to leave all of that behind you, right? You're going to celebrate your accomplishments. You are leaving the past behind, and you are going to be proud of yourself. And that is where we want to be heading into this new moon. So to know that you are fully capable of grounding yourself, you are fully capable of bringing yourself into that parasympathetic nervous system state. You are fully capable of embracing the externals of the crazy world while simultaneously remaining grounded and being unaffected. And the idea is that you can have all the chaos going around, from politics to economy to health and disease, to all of these things going on in the news, and you can still remain in flow. There's nothing wrong with you if you catch yourself and you're like, why am I not as heated as these other people? Why am I not losing my shit as much as these other people over these propaganda situations, if you may call them that? Hello, welcome. So we're talking about remaining resilient, grounded, connected, and protected despite the externals of the world. So that's really what it's all about. So now we're kind of gonna segue into the grounding and quantum exercise. If you have any questions, please ask me. So one of the things that I want to leave with you guys too, because we can't do this on a live, obviously, is to focus on gratitude. Gratitude is it's essentially what keeps us grounded. It keeps us in the now. Hi, Liam. Hello. It keeps us present. It keeps us in that state of joy and that Hertz frequency scale, right? As we go from shame to work our way up to neutrality, into love and bliss. So we want to be able to tap into these healing energies, and gratitude is one way to do that. It has been evidence-based that if you literally just write down 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for each and every morning, and writing them down. I mean, you can verbalize them and think them if you'd like to, but this specifically is about writing them down. And within 30 days, you kind of get that you start to wake up in that automatic sense, that innate sense of gratitude. So if you do not already have a copy of my 2025 astrological planner and journal, where each and every day you can tap into Luna's energies and you can write what you are grateful for, and you can do that each and every day. And then you can record your dreams as well, and your phase, your menstrual phase. If you do not have a menstrual phase, you can simply just follow Luna's phases. So, okay. So I want you to get into a comfortable space. If you are able to do this exercise now, amazing. If not, then just go ahead, and when you have a moment to tap in, go ahead, get yourself into a comfortable position and get ready to embody your highest frequency. So I have today my grandmother bowl. So this is for the third eye. This is the resonance of where the third eye lies, the Ajna chakra. This is also the A note for those of you who love music. This is on that same frequency. So I want you to take nice deep breaths in. As we focus on the breath, you are taking nice deep breaths in through the nose all the way into the belly space, awakening that root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras, visualizing the brightest white light you've ever seen upon inhale. And as you exhale, ridding of that which no longer serves you, up and out through the heart, up and out through the throat and the mouth. Okay, so you're bringing that deep breath in all the way into the belly space, all the way in and out, releasing that which no longer serves you. We are bringing in the abundant energy of Jupiter. We are bringing in that loving energy that is going to bring us peace, yet also power, standing firm in who we are. We are allowing ourselves during this full moon in Sagittarius to step into that learner role, that one that is always here to learn and grow, to gain wisdom and knowledge, to find what works for you and your soul's growth, and going ahead and utilizing that knowledge, that wealth of information to carry you through, to make you stronger, wiser, more grounded, more resilient. So taking these nice deep breaths in through the nose and releasing that which no longer serves you on exhale. And on this next deep breath in, I want you to visualize white golden light coming all the way through. I want you to visualize a central column of light from above, coming down through your crown, straight through to the bottoms of your feet, all the way down through the layers and dimensions of Mother Earth, traveling down and down and down until you see her energy grid. I want you to then take a nice deep breath in, and on this exhale, sending roots out of the bottoms of your feet like a tree, sending them all the way down through the layers and dimensions of Mother Earth yet again. As you see that bright white light, I want you to tie those roots in a knot, tie them in a bow, whatever works for you. Drinking up that bright white light energy after taking a moment to revel in Mother Earth's loving energy for you, knowing that you are safe and secure and you are able to return to this space anytime that you need. In this moment, we ask Mother Earth to take our hucha, our negative energy, all that which no longer serves us and our highest good at this time in our lives, asking her to return with Sami, that loving energy, that revitalizing energy, bringing us health and wealth, abundance and prosperity, bringing us peace and joy and all that we need in this now. Reveling in these energies, bringing that bright white light up around your roots, making them stronger and wider till it reaches the bottoms of your feet, wrapping around your toes and your feet and your ankles and your shin, wrapping up and around your knees and your thighs and your hips and your torso, wrapping up and around your fingers and your wrists and your arms and your shoulders, wrapping up around your head and fully enveloping you and encompassing you in her love. We ask Archangel Uriel to open our crown chakras and allow in the love and light, keeping away the lower astrals and the negative entities. We ask that Archangel Uriel keep us safe and protected moving forward, allowing us to be unaffected by the external energies and the extra energies of the full moon that may bring us discomfort or uneasiness. We ask that you transmute all of that uneasy energy into gold. We ask that you show us what we must work on in this now. We ask that you show us what no longer serves us, what we must rid of, what is no longer an energetic match for us. And we ask that you remove these energies, and we ask that you allow us to be free of these burdens of holding us back, of this heaviness and energy that may no longer be serving us in this highest timeline. Now I want you to visualize your heart chakra, green in color, expanding and contracting with each inhale and exhale, growing bigger, growing wider, the brightest green you've ever seen, knowing that this space is your heart center to return to always, to know that you have always been loved, you are loved, and always will be loved, to know that you have always been worthy, you are worthy, and you always will be worthy. So now I want us to tap in again to this third eye chakra, this Ajna chakra, dark blue, indigo, sapphire in color. You can tap on your third eye if you'd like, the space between your brows, awakening your intuition, knowing that you are fully now grounded, connected, and protected, and ready to tap in and quantum leap. Now, I want you to visualize everything that you see for yourself. I want you to visualize how far you see yourself going in life. I want you to visualize everything that you are able to achieve, everything that you see yourself capable of achieving, all of the abundance that you are able to bring in, all of the love that you are able to bring in, all of the service that you are able to be for humanity. Allowing yourself to visualize, allowing yourself to see the colors, to see the money, to see the wealth, to see the freedom, to taste the freedom, to hear the cheers, to hear the clapping, to hear the go-ahead that you are safe to receive and be you. I want you to then take in note of what this version of you looks like. What is this version of you wearing? What color hair or style does this version have? What kind of makeup? What kind of jewelry? What kind of shoes? What kind of accessories? What room are you in? Are you in a grand open space? Are you surrounded by lavishing embellishments? Are you surrounded by high vibrational energies? Are you surrounded by goodness? Taking that all in, visualizing the colors, hearing the sounds, feeling the fabrics, allowing yourself to step into this version of you, stepping into this powerful energy entity that you are in your highest timeline, allowing your highest self to send out a hand of receiving so that you may feel safe to take their hand and step into this version of you, knowing that this is the highest version of you that is always guiding you along in this life, the highest self. While you also have your ancestors and your guides and your animal totems and your archangels and of course God, source, and universe, whomever your higher power is. And to know that you are safe to step into this version of you. So extending your hand to your highest self, allowing you to interchange hands, feeling that energy as you intermingle and interlace. Allowing yourselves to feel the energies abound, allowing those energies to transmute into gold within your physical mind, body, and spirit in this now. Knowing that you are, that I am, and you are, so hum. Knowing that you are fully capable of receiving the goodness, knowing that you are fully capable of being able to let go of that which no longer serves you, and knowing that you are safe, most importantly, to be in your physical body and continue to flow and to do the things that you know are in store for your soul to grow. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's journey is unique. Everybody's journey is meant to be of service in a different way to humanity. So take note of what this looks like for you. Take note of the things that you must do on the daily in order to get to this place of it's one thing to step into this embodied version of you, right? That's the collapsing timelines, the bypassing everything and anything that might be in the way, stepping into that version, fully embodying that version by visualizing, by just feeling, by just being, right? And then taking that energy, that highest timeline energy version of you, and doing what you must do each and every moment of every single day in order to fulfill your soul's mission, to raise your core vibrational frequency, in all honesty, to keep you maintained so that you can continue to flow throughout each and every moment, despite those negative externals that we were talking about. To keep you in that state of parasympathetic nervous system state of rest and digest, rest and recovery. Hi, Samantha. We're just finishing up. We just did a little quantum embodiment exercise and a grounding exercise for the full moon, talking about ridding of that which no longer serves us and bringing in what is for our highest good. So just to know that this is a little exercise that you can return to. So if you didn't do the 5-day challenge and you would like the 5-day psychic challenge replays, please let me know, because each day we did talk about the importance of being grounded, connected, and protected, to then allow yourself to move forward and expand safely, energetically safely, while you're protected, and to be able to just limitly expand. Our potential is limitless. So whatever you visualize for yourself in those moments, whatever you visualize for your highest timeline, to bring in the greatest abundance for you, to tap into that Jupiter energy, to tap into the Sagittarius fire energy, and just constantly learning and growing and knowing who you are, really, to find out who you are in this life and to embody that. And to truly just embrace this opportunity to rid of that which no longer serves you. So as far as what you can do besides gratitude journaling and writing out those fiery notes, and then tapping the fiery notes that you will then burn on fire, and then doing the quantum embodiment exercise, the best thing you can do is to get outside in nature, put your bare feet in the dirt or the grass or the sand or the water, and really just feel those energies. Feel the power of Luna coming through from underneath your feet into your toes, up through the crown, up into the universe, and just tap in and feel your expansion, feel your limitless potential. And just remember that so long you look within, you will see all you are meant to be. You are your greatest guru. You are your greatest healer. And I hope that this little video gives you a little guidance in how you can tap in during this full moon energy. So thank you so much for being here. Oh, I want to pull a goddess card, actually, before we get started. Before I end, not before we get started. Actually, I'm going to get started in recording a podcast episode after this, so stay tuned. There's going to be 2 podcast episodes out this week. And this is our goddess for the full moon, okay? Vajrayoni, the essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. So a beautiful card to remind you that you are your greatest guru, as I said. And we talked about this, tapping in to be free, to step into that highest timeline version of you, to rid of that which no longer serves you, so that you can be free of the shackles, the chains, the cords, the contracts, the life contracts, whatever you need to do during this full moon energy to make yourself a lighter load, to feel lighter and brighter, to make more room for those downloads and that life force energy, your prana life force energy, to come through and flow. then that is all you need to know. So have a beautiful full moon, even though it was at 3 a.m., 3:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe, on the 11th. So you can still tap into these energies. You can still visualize the pink moon tonight. It will be beautiful. And yes, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. And peace out and God bless, guys.